8:24, happy Friday. What does your body posture have to do with getting a good sleep at night? Dr. Liza's here this morning to teach us a little bit more.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you. So, Stats Canada, they looked at Canadians from 2006 to 2013, and they found that 55% of women and 43% of men reported that they didn't get enough sleep and they didn't have good quality sleep. They also found that the average was only about 7 hours of sleep, and 33% of people did not get the amount of sleep that you needed to have proper mental and physical function.
Is it still 8 hours?
Yeah, so they still recommend 8 hours, but with that study, the 33% usually dip below 6 hours, and some even below 5. And when you're that low,
I saw hands up all around the studio right in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely, because a lot of people don't get enough sleep, and what that can do is it can cause chronic disease, right? So you can increase your risk for diabetes, cardiovascular disease, you can increase your risk of depression, and increase your stress levels if you don't get enough sleep.
So I know you've got some real simple tricks that we can do today to help us start getting a better sleep tonight.
Absolutely. So they're really easy, and what they're going to do is they're going to help decrease the stress hormones, calm you, prepare you for a better night's sleep, and also better quality of sleep.
Okay.
So the first is an easy acupressure point. So to do this one, you're going to go 3 finger breaths above your wrist, and then you can take your thumb and you want to apply pressure there. So, it should hurt a little bit, so you should be applying enough pressure that it hurts a little bit. And in traditional Chinese medicine, this is the best sleep-inducing point. So you want to hold that for about a minute.
And I'm imagining you don't mean I do this while I'm running around trying to get my kids into bed. This is sitting on the edge of the bed or on the chair beforehand.
Exactly, so you can do this before you go to bed, but even doing it during the day is going to help calm those hormones.
Really?
Exactly. So when it's time for you to go to bed, it's easier for you to go to bed and you'll have a better quality sleep. So this you can actually do throughout the day. It's not going to put you into an instant sleep.
Yeah, no, I was worried. I all of a sudden just fall to the ground. Okay, another tip for us to get a better sleep?
Next is breathing. So we want to be breathing through our left nostril. What this does, it helps to calm the nervous system and balance the brain so it's ready for sleep. So this is a great one to do before you go to sleep. So to do this, you're actually going to cover your right nostril, and you're just going to take deep breaths through your left nose. And by doing this, by just breathing through the one nostril, especially the left nostril, it's said to balance the brain and really calm the nervous system. So 10 of those breaths before you go to bed is going to be very calming and great for anxiety as well.
What is it about the one nostril?
It's just that's what they found with balancing the brain and the side that we use most. That's going to put us into sleep and activate the part of the nervous system that's for calming.
Okay.
So more of the rest and relax versus the fight and flight response.
All right, another tip for us?
Okay, so next we want to help, we hold a lot of tension in our hip. That can cause back pain, and it can also keep us up at night. So one of the things we want to do is we want to stretch our quad muscles that get very tight. So we're going to have a little bit of a balancing act here. So you're going to grab your ankle. Whoa. You're going to grab your ankle, and then you're just going to hold, and you should feel a stretch in here. And you want to hold that for about 20 seconds. Okay, and so most people, when they do this stretch, because of too much time spent sitting, you're going to find that that's quite tight. So by doing this, especially before you go to bed, you're less likely to have lower back pain that can wake you up. And you're going to relieve some of that stress in your hips and that tension in your hips that may cause you to wake up at night or not be able to fall asleep properly.
All right, and one more for us.
And lastly, this is a very common pose in yoga that's supposed to be deeply calming because it sends a rush of blood to your head, calms everything down, great for people with anxiety and stress, because that's another thing that keeps people up. So to do
More
this,
hands going up
exactly. So to do this, you're just going to interlock your hands, and then you're just going to hang and let your head drop, and you can even just wiggle your head about a bit and let everything drop and take some deep breaths. And then slowly come up.
And then, do you have any tips for waking up? Because we've done those. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Liza.
Thank you so much for having me.
Breakfast Television continues. More about Dr. Liza and everything she has to offer on the bottom of your screen.